Number 1. What are you wearing? This floated top thing with just a vest underneath and some blue jeans and some stripy socks, which is not on properly. I mean properly. Ever been in love? Yes, and I'm in love right now. Love hearts. Ever had a terrible breakup? Yes, about 5 or so months ago or something like that. And it was really bad. It sucked. But it's fine now because we got back together and yeah. How tall are you? Last time I measured how tall I was in like 2008 or 2009 and I was 5'7", but I haven't really grown. I still fit into, like, I've had these jeans since I was like 12, so I'm gonna say that I'm like 5'8" now instead of 5'7" because it has been some years, you know. How much do you weigh? Something like 10 stone or something. Any tattoos? No, but I always think that I should get one because I kind of like the look of them. But some tattoos, depends where it is and stuff. I really like the idea of white tattoos, but I'm too chicken, so. Any piercings? I have my ears pierced, but I hardly ever wear earrings, like ever. The hole's probably like closed up and stuff. One true pairing. Usually the pairing that is on the TV show is the one I kind of go for. If I had to choose one, then I would choose Robin and Starfire from Teen Titans. It's just so sweet. Favourite show? So many. Doctor Who, Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures was pretty good. Supernatural. I just saw Jared Padalecki tweet that Supernatural is coming back in October for season 10. I'm so excited. I just can't hide. Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. I just threw my hair bubble. Favourite bands? Paramore. Obviously. I'm on a super big Paramore hype right now. I do quite like Panic at the Disco, and I like Muse. Muse has always had a special place in my heart. Something that you miss? Miss my friends. We're going to Whitby, which is up north, in the summer. Quite excited. I say I miss my daddy because he passed away in 2007. Favourite song? I don't really have a favourite song. I kind of go through phases of listening to the same artist or the same song for like months, and then I give them a break and don't listen to them for ages, and then like I rediscover them, like, oh my god, and then just go back to listening. So I don't really have a favourite song. I just pinged my hair bubbles. How old are you? I'm 19. My life is just going before my eyes. What's going on? I don't know. I'm gonna be 20 in December. It's like 6 months away. Zodiac sign. Sagittarius. That's it. Or shalabala. Quality you look for in a partner. Intelligence. I don't think I could be with somebody who's not as smart as me. That kind of sounds a bit egotistical, but intelligence and also a sense of humour. I am a sucker for funny guys. Favourite quote? I don't really have a favourite quote. I don't really like take quotes from people, but I remember that Idina Menzel, who was the person I looked up to, she said, everything happens for a reason and in their own way. I found it on a website and it said it was from Idina Menzel, so I'm pretty sure loads of people have said that kind of stuff. So, but that's yeah, I kind of like that quote, but favourite actor? Oh, that is a tough one. Me? No. One of my favourite actors has to be David Tennant. Doctor Who, man. Oh my gosh, I loved it. He was the doctor that I grew up with when I watched the show, and it was amazing. I also like Bradley Cooper. He's quite a good actor. Jennifer Lawrence, of course. She's a good actor. There's loads of that I can think of off the top of my head. Liam Neeson, Ewan McGregor. You know, just good actors all around, you know. Favourite colour? This is my favourite colour. This bluey, greeny, tealy, aqua, turquoisey colour. My friend next door, Kirsty, she has it in her hair. It looks so good, and I wish I could do it, but I can't. The skin colour just won't, it won't look nice. Loud music or soft? I usually tend to go for soft music, but when I'm in like a really active mood, I listen to loud music like Paramore. So it depends, because it depends how loud you turn the music up. So where do you go when you're sad? I have a shower. Not just like with no shower, with clothes on, no shower. I like go and have a shower and chill out in the shower. How long does it take you to shower? It depends. Sometimes I can just go in there and like wash my hair and it will take me like 5 minutes. If I want to spend that long in the shower, I can take up to like an hour. That's only on very, very rare occasions. Usually though, on average, I take about 20 minutes to shower. So just in and out, whatever, you know. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? I've only recently just been getting up in the morning because this house is quite noisy in the morning because the dogs have to be fed and Ziggy's bowl is like right outside my door, so it's like bang, bang, bang against the door, which is kind of annoying. I like to have as much sleep as possible, so I'll wake up, I'll like set my alarm for an hour before I have to leave the house for whatever it is, and then I'll get up at I'll sit in bed for 15 minutes and then I'll put my clothes on and have breakfast, and then I'll do my makeup, which takes up 5 minutes because I don't really wear that much makeup. And then I'm out the door. I have the whole hour to like wake up properly because, you know, your face when you wake up, it's not pretty. Ever been in a physical fight? Yes, I wrestle with my little brother all the time. It's funny. When I was in primary school, there was this guy who used to always kind of, I wouldn't say it was bullying because I probably said things to provoke it. So one time he swung me around the playground by my hair. He like grabbed my hair and he was like swinging me around, and I had chocolate in my mouth and it was really disgusting because I was like everywhere. It is not okay. Turn on. Nice things. I don't know. Turn off. I don't know. The reason I joined YouTube, well, I have another YouTube channel which is Viviellin14, and I joined it so that I could record covers with my microphone and put the covers on YouTube. So if you go over there and scroll backward to like the beginning, there's like loads of rubbish stuff there. And then I didn't really go on it for ages. Like I uploaded loads at the beginning, then I just kind of uploaded one every 4 or 5 months, and then I just use my YouTube channel for like random stuff. I have loads of unlisted videos on there of stuff that I wanted to show my friends, and now I made this YouTube channel with my sister because we kept filming ourselves doing makeup for our friend who wanted to see it, and then I was like, why don't we just make a YouTube channel? But Catherine doesn't really want to talk about her life to people, so it's just me. Fears. I am kind of scared of spiders and like insects. If I see a spider, I'll just be like, oh, that's cool. If it was like a big spider and it came over to me and wanted to climb on my face, then I'd be like, no. Scared of just the things that everyone's scared of. Dying, drowning, being robbed, people storming into your house with guns. I'm scared of being forgotten. You know, the feeling that someone has just forgotten about you. It's not nice. The last thing that made you cry? I don't really know what the last thing that made me cry was. Probably a movie or something. Game of Thrones often makes me cry because they kill off all the good characters. But that is the point of Game of Thrones. And I'm pretty sure that's why everyone loves it. Because no other show does that. No other show just has the ruthlessness of just killing everyone. Ugh. Last time you said you loved someone? Earlier, when I said goodbye to my boyfriend because we went to the shops together. Meaning behind your YouTube name. This YouTube name is called the Bago Videos or Makeup or whatever, because for some reason in like my circle of friends, so me, my sister, Rachel and Tom, me and Catherine are just known as the Bago sisters. I'm not really sure where it originated from, but that's how it is now. Last book you read? The last book I read was the Divergent series, which was... I really like the Hunger Games, but I'm tempted to say that I like the Divergent book series more because with the Hunger Games, towards the middle of the second one and especially the third one, it kind of got really political. It had to, so you know, I can't say, well, I wish you hadn't done that because it had to, because it was about politics. The Divergent series, even though it kind of got a bit repetitive towards the end, they were just rebelling against everything. Oh, there's a rebellion against this, there's a rebellion against this. There was never a point in the book that made me want to give up and just stop reading. There was always something there to keep me turning the page. So, yeah, thumbs up. The book you're currently reading. I'm currently reading Tricks of the Mind by Darren Brown. I am obsessed with Darren Brown recently. He's a very, very interesting man. Last show you watched? Game of Thrones. Even though it's still going, the season just finished, so... The only TV series that I watch at the moment is Doctor Who, Supernatural, Game of Thrones. If anything Darren Brown comes on the TV, I'm like, I'm watching this. Last person you talked to? My little brother who's sitting over there across the room and I was waving. The relationship between you and the person you last texted. I don't really have very good signal at my house, so I don't really use my phone. The last person I texted was my good friend Virginia. She is my bestest uni buddy. She's like the only uni buddy I have. And she's awesome. Favorite food? Rice. Rice goes with everything. I love rice. It's so easy to make because I have a rice cooker and I just like eat forever. Another food that I really like is waffles and cupcakes. I don't like to eat too much chocolate, you know, like chocolate bars, but I can eat cakes, donuts, waffles, forever. It's so nice. A place you want to visit. I want to visit the US. That would be cool. The last place I was is my house because I'm here right now. But earlier I went to the next town to go to the shops with my boyfriend. Do you have a crush? I do have a crush. I have a crush on my boyfriend. Hello, Ziggy. Last time you kissed someone? Earlier, when I said goodbye to my boyfriend. I was like, no, goodbye. Last time you were insulted? It was a long time ago. People don't usually insult me because I only stick around with people who don't insult me. Favourite flavour of sweet? I really like sour sweets, so like apple flavour, lemon flavour, citrusy flavours. I like mint. Mint is a good flavour. Oh. Ziggy's blocking half the camera. Ziggy only ever sits this close if you have food. What instruments do you play? I sing, I play piano, I have a piano over there. I used to play the violin when I was in primary school, and then I took it up to year 7, and then all this time I hadn't been entered for like a grade exam, so I gave up. I can play the recorder and stuff, you know, stuff that you do when you're in primary school. Favourite piece of jewellery? I don't really wear jewellery. Ziggy's just taking up the whole camera. I recently bought this nice little bracelet that says "In memory of Dad" on it. I don't really wear jewellery. Last sport you played? I don't play sports. Last song you sang? Whenever I have a song in my head, people know what the song is. Currently I have Stay the Night by Hayley Williams in my head. Now I was singing that. Favourite chat-up line? Anything that's hilarious. Good one always makes me laugh.
Then, you're nothing to me. Because nothing is perfect.
Have I ever used it? No. Last time you hung out with anyone? Right now I'm hanging out with my little brother, I'm hanging out with Ziggy. Earlier I was hanging out with my boyfriend Ben when we went to the shop. Who should answer these questions next? I tagged my good friend Rachel and also my little brother Thomas. And also anyone who wants to do the tag, you know? That is all. Goodbye!